Hi guys, Empty Nester 44 here. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a long time. There is a message in this video, um, and this is a video that I filmed last April, and it's kind of a story time video, I guess. Get your Kleenexes, trust me on that. I was vlogging way before I started this channel, and they were not public vlogs by any means, mostly just friends and family watch them, just daily chatty vlogs and that kind of stuff. I wanted to maybe incorporate that sometime into this channel, but I really have a boring life, so I didn't know how well that would go over. I really do nothing but work. Anyway, that may be something I explore in the future. But to this video, I am going to add a video or a vlog that I taped in April. And it will also probably explain a little bit why I started my channel, why I started to become crafty, and just wanted to do something in life that I've been wanting to do. It is the story of my best friend and what happened to her. So get your Kleenexes, guys, because I promise you, it's a tough one. I still cry when I watch it. And this is a time where I'm going to be very vulnerable, but it's a good example to explain maybe why I am the way I am, why I started this channel, and why I value each and every one of my subscribers and friends that I've gotten to know on YouTube. And I'll talk about the message in the end, because there is one. And this video is just dedicated to my best friend Shelly and the absolutely beautiful, generous, caring, and wonderful person that she was. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Yeah. Hi guys, Joey here. Bear with me, this is going to be a long one. This is real life going on right now. You'll understand why I say that bullshit that goes online doesn't matter. I have a good friend, Shelly, and a little backstory about Shelly. Shelly's daughter and my daughter's daughter were best friends growing up. They went to the same school, same classes from kindergarten all the way through high school. They were on the cheer squad together. Very close. Abby is like a daughter to me. She is my second daughter. I've taken her on family vacations. She's spent the night with us on numerous occasions. My daughter used to live over there as well. Shelly and I have been very good friends for 9 years. And Shelly was diagnosed with cancer. Well, it'll be 4 years in September. So 3.5 years. And she did chemo. She found out it started in her colon, and it was metastasized to her liver by the time they discovered it. Shelly was the healthiest, most active person I have ever met in my life. She ran marathons. She ran 8 miles every day, rain or shine. It was either on her treadmill at home or it was around town. People knew her, people saw her. She was also my hairstylist for as long as I can remember, my nail tech, everything. And she got cancer anyway, even though she ate the healthiest I have ever seen a person eat. Like I said, she ran. Everything was all natural. So it goes to show you that if you're going to get cancer, you're going to get cancer. And Shelly did chemotherapy for 2 or 3 years at least. She'd had 2 or 3 surgeries. When they went in for the first surgery to remove the tumor in her colon, the tumor was gone, but it was worse in her liver, so she went back for a second surgery and had half of her liver removed and got rid of most of the tumors. And there was a very short period of time where she didn't have cancer anymore. We knew that wasn't going to last, though. As soon as she stopped chemo, we knew what was going to happen. I've been preparing myself for this for, 3.5 years. But that doesn't make it any easier. And so, anyway, I went out to dinner tonight with another friend from work, and I knew Shelly had gone home from work early today. And so I wanted to take supper to her favorite meal. First of all, let me preface this by saying that Shelly's a hairstylist who worked 50, 60 hours a week, worked harder than anybody I know, stayed late, came in early, squeezed as many people as she could. The salon and work is her life. She's got two beautiful children who are older, a husband who's worthless, let's just put it that way. And the salon is her life. And in the last couple months, she went from working full time to working 3 days a week. Then, couple 2-3 weeks ago, she started working only until 1 p.m. on those 3 days a week. She can't even do that anymore. She went home early today. I know, I went there to get my nails done. And I knew I was going to her favorite restaurant. So I decided I was going to get her favorite meal and I was going to take it over to her. I wasn't going to text her and ask her if she wanted anything because I knew she would tell me no because she doesn't eat anyway. The only person I know that her oncologist told her she needed to put on 20 pounds before she started chemotherapy. She didn't do that. So I saw her last about a week and a half ago, I guess, when she cut and colored my hair. And what I saw when I walked in that room tonight was, it just left me speechless. I was lucky I made it out of the room before I lost my shit. By the time I got to the car, I was just full on ugly cry. She looked horrible. I mean, she's skinny anyway. She always has been, but this was unlike a skinny I've seen. I mean, she didn't have, usually when she's at work, she's made up, full on hair, makeup, whatever. We always tell her she looks like $1,000,000. And she doesn't wear makeup around home, and she's usually in her pajamas, and I know that. I've seen that a million times. As a side note, she's also the biggest Walking Dead fan I have ever met. And she was actually the one that turned me on to the show. And so I used to go over there every Sunday night when I could and watched it with her. And she also has a 2015 Hyundai Tucson Walking Dead edition, limited edition, and that also came with a zombie survival kit. So when I say she's like the biggest fan I know, I'm serious. Anyway, that's as a side note and one of those wonderful things that I always want to remember Shelly by. So when I went over there tonight, she was sitting in her little TV room and she had her feet propped up because she's getting such swelling. Liver cancer, you're swelling everywhere. You're filling up with fluid. And so she had her feet up and everything, and she just looked gaunt and pale and just unlike I've ever seen her before. And so we sat and talked for a while, and her aunt was there, and I've known her aunt forever and a day. I grew up with her daughter, and we just talked. Shelly was really having I don't want to say a hard time breathing because she wasn't struggling to breathe, but you could tell she was working harder. It wasn't a norm, how you breathe normally when you're just sitting there. And she couldn't quite get a full sentence out. And she was quiet anyway. She only spoke just little phrases and bits. And even seeing her from the side was just devastating. And I prepared myself for this. We all knew from the get-go that she was not going to come back from this. She was not going to be healed. She was never going to be in remission. It was going to take her life, and we knew that. She now has metastasis to her lungs, and down in her pelvis and stuff. And they wouldn't operate on it. They said there was just no need to, no reason to. It wasn't going to help anything. And so I sat there with her, and I was quiet too, and I talked to her aunt. And after thinking about this for 3.5 years and talking to her all the time, and just discussing how worse she feels, tonight it finally hit me. The oncologist said it would be 3 to 6 months, but I'll be damn surprised if she's here in 3 months. She's that sick. And I don't care how much you prepare yourself for something like that. You're not ready when it comes. She is definitely at peace with it. She had gotten gifts and written letters and did special things for her kids a few years ago. And I've been texting off and on with her daughter tonight. I mean, she's like my second child. And she has told me and assures me that Shelly is at peace. Because she is in so much pain. She wouldn't take anything for pain. She wouldn't take anything for nausea. She was a very natural person. She would just say, they give you a pill and then they give you 3 more pills because of the side effect of those pills. She tried radiation to help with the pain, and that didn't work. She tried a pain block, injection, and that didn't work. And she just recently gotten some pain patches, and she doesn't like the way that makes her feel. It makes her nauseous and lightheaded. So she told me tonight that she took that off yesterday. And I believe her, because she's also the most stubborn person I know. And also the most hardworking person I've ever met in my life. And it doesn't make it any easier. And it just makes you think that nothing else matters. I'm not going to have my best friend here soon. And although she's at peace with it, I am not. And I just can't imagine not being able to text her and go over to her house and watch Walking Dead and go for car rides and go out to eat and getting my hair done and my nails done and gossiping at the salon, and it just isn't right. But it puts your whole life in perspective. And so, when I couldn't take it anymore, I told her I needed to go, and she thanked me over and over. She made it, thank you so much, you didn't have to do that, you didn't have to spend your money on me. And I don't know, it wasn't a burden to me, it wasn't about the money. I'll do anything for her, and she just made such a big deal out of it. And so I told her I needed to go, and I did have something I needed to get done. And I went to get up, and she gave me a hug, or at least, was as good of a hug as she could sitting there, because it just hurts her too much. And thanked me for dinner, and then told me she loved me. And I told her I love her too, because I do. And I made it out of the room without falling apart. And as soon as I hit that hallway, all bets were off. Thank God there was nobody in the living room or nobody on my way out to the door. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have never really lost anybody to cancer before. I have barely lost any. I've lost grandparents. That's it. And none of them to cancer. The only person in my family that's ever had cancer was my mom's aunt. And so, this is all new to me. And I feel lucky to be 44 years old and never really have lost many people in my life. But this one makes it hard. And I'm devastated, and I'm sad. but I have a little peace knowing that she's at peace with it. But it's not going to make it any easier when she's not here anymore. But then again, it's not about me, it's about her and her life, and how she chooses to live the rest of her life. So I have lots and lots of good memories, and I've just got to keep those. Her daughter will always be like her daughter to me. I love her dearly, and I know she struggles with this more than anybody, because a girl needs her mom, and she's almost 22. She needs her mom. So anyway, that's how my day's gone. It hasn't been a great day. And I had to call my mom after I left her house because my daughter was working and she didn't answer her phone. And then my mom called my sister, and my sister called me to check on me, and so I appreciate that. But let me just I just want to leave with these words. And these words are, nothing else matters. You need your friends, you need your family, you need your health. Everything else is just, I don't know, everything else just isn't worth it. Health, family, friends, life. Quit messing around with everything else. Quit procrastinating. Quit not doing what you want to do in life because you're scared. Just do it, because you don't know how long you're going to have on this earth. And we're all here for a reason. And I'm still trying to figure it out. But I guess that's all I have to say. Thanks for sticking with me through an almost 15-minute video. It's been a rough day. Have a good one.